Hello there, Glitch Ripper here, aka the original card game for the win, and I'm going to be doing my traditional end of set pack opening, and I'm still having things where I think my audio on my end is higher. I'm still trying to see if I can readjust my options, but I'm not sure if something's like changed and how it does them. But anyhow, I'm going to be going to the opening of large amounts of packs. So let's do this. Oh, come on. I know you're having some technical issues. The whole thing's kind of having a whole issue, but we're getting there. Come on. Yeah, you can make it. You can make it. There we go. I knew you could get to the end. I see them first. I think it means it this time. Okay. And can we just put out one thing here for a moment that, as you could expect from Edge of Eternities, we have more robots in the set than we did in Ether Drift. But it also makes you wonder, are they gonna eventually do the expected lore drop that the Godlight Voyagers came through the edge? Because they just have that feel. Okay, now let's go on to some other things here, and go one place like Sothera first. How did it take me so long to get the obligatory Vanishing Light reprint from this set? Just wondering. What's really funny is I got the mythic version of Snook first, and I finally got this one. That's kind of hilarious. Okay. One of the Numidians, so yeah, they like to join with their planets quite a bit, so it's a theme they got going on here. Now on to the rare. The Goyf. Still haven't seen anyone get that to finalize. Just saying, like, to use the ultimate burst and do something with it. Okay, I'm gonna be needing a good number of rare and mythic wild cards for some stuff that's upcoming, and not just through the Omenpaths set that looks incredibly hype, but yeah, I'm gonna need a lot, because they've got like arena anthology sets that are happening, including some you can actually already craft for, if you hadn't noticed. Because one thing I like to do periodically is just check what I haven't collected in certain categories and stuff comes up. This has some hilarious synergies. Thanks for the quote, do with it. I'm really hoping to get more of the special lands, so let's just hope I get some from stellar sites. Well, I do like these little whole travel logs. I'm wondering if this particular Maisie is going to have a whole thing later. That would be interesting. They have their travel logger eventually like help out with something. Robe of Stars. Okay. Appropriate, even though it's super wizard. I mean, seriously, this is literally like a very wizardly robe thing here. And oh, let's let them phase out anytime you want, so that means they can just completely skip all sorts of problems. Houston, we have a vault. Flat mythic rare. I will need more of you. That's the World Eater I was thinking of. The big honkin' Leviathan is just a random world-eating Leviathan. Yeah, like, seriously, watch out for your planets, people. There's a giant Leviathan going around on the edge. I think that was the last of the Esteli that I needed. Yeah, I think that was the last of the Esteli I needed, so okay. Now I'm gonna have so much to talk about when I do this on the Omenpaths because it's just a huge visual lore route. Like you don't even need anything else. Just look at the art they've done for that set. It's, wow. There is a weird bug about this bug. Every time I've gotten one of these, it says it's been first. I think it's a very specific issue. Because it keeps coming up with the virus beetles. Just saying. That it doesn't know how to not do first on virus beetles. Diplomatic relations. Oh, there was a thing about this thing earlier. And it's still really good. like it was just absolutely wail on them with this card and stuff happens. Oh god. Of course that said, there's also stuff around here. I see that over here before. Maybe not in this particular draw, but I'll see if it comes up a bit later. There's a... I think it's if you do it in the same session, it'll keep saying first, just for that session, and then correct itself for most of the things. Just saying. But again, it doesn't know how to do that when it comes to virus beetle. Okay, now here's the one I'm thinking of. I kind of made a special deck for doing something a while back, and this and an upcoming card that's a lot like it is the perfect solution to getting rid of those rather annoying Phyrexian Obliterators, because you will have them deal damage to themselves, and then their controller, because they control the creature, will have to sack that many permanents. So you kind of get rid of Phyrexian Obliterators, Phyrexian Obliterators perfectly with this card. I absolutely nailed one with this thing, and it was beautiful. Okay. We have the ships coming in. Really gotta make more use of that whole it makes mana as a robot thing. They even say that they are drawing power from the storm, so that is pretty cool. I'm not sure if that's my last secluded Starforge that I needed, but it may be. Because this thing has an ongoing story through the different art styles of Tezzeret finding a Starforge and claiming it as his own, and from there you can kind of imply that he makes an army of robots with it, and regardless of whether he has them march out or sells them out to whoever needs them or whatever. I mean, the guy can be starting a mercenary service just with these robots that he just makes from this thing. Okay, we have the Inquisitor. Hello, scroll. There we go. I was losing my scroll for a moment. To be fair, I am recording at the same time. Pinnacle Emissary. Oh gosh. Oh, that can do some stuff. Drone. Okay. Okay. Maybe the other one wasn't my last Esteli. I forgot I still needed that one. Okay. The battle cruiser. I have nailed more than a few of these ships along the way. They keep coming up. People really like their infantry battle cruisers. Of course, you gotta admit that art just looks awesome on them, so even just for that, I could see somebody throwing one down. Diadrine. Nice to see you here, even if you don't entirely know what you are either. This is the last battleship I needed, I think, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, there's also obviously that one that's in Alchemy that I don't think I have yet, but maybe at some point. I'm still up in the air on that particular ship. No flying joke intended. Okay, to be fair, the Cosmo Grand is pretty high, actually. Because that whole second spell thing, that only will come up once a turn. But if you can keep it up, but still, for the ability to just keep countering up like crazy and making support tokens, that is good options for just whenever you just generically cast a spell for the second time each turn. This one has a history. Just saying. Especially now that we have more land revival, so that's a thing. Okay. Hello, Drix. I'm pretty sure that the Planeswalkers would like a comparative analysis of their methods to your web walking. Hello, Sothera. Nice to see you. There you go. Wow, simming. I think it was glitching out in a way I could actually see what some of those were. Not sure if that happened last time, but I think it happened that time. I'm pretty sure, if I did, I saw the Dawn Sire in there. I already got one for the record, but just saying, I may have saw the Dawn Sire. Gotta admit, that is an interesting reprint for a no. Versions eject. Admittedly, I just kind of like this going out that one captain does. This is your captain speaking. Our Eternity drive has ruptured. Light be with you all. There's good luck, everybody, because we're all gonna need it. Because it's gonna take a miracle to live. So if you ever hear that from your captain, you have got a very bad sign. Hello. More travel logs from Maisie. Ooh. I got the contested war zone. This thing can get a little wonky, but if you do it at the right timing, you can kind of finish things off with that thing. Hello. It's Infinite Guideline Station. The Pinnacle will probably have some words to say with certain other organizations over time. Okay. The very thing the Midians love doing. I'm glad I got it this way, because I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to actually spin that rare on this. That said, that determination of its power can be really great if you have some really big artifacts going around. Rakdos is going to love that card. The other version of Servandum. Okay. I'm still wondering how they didn't depict any version of Servandum according to the story and him have a mysterious hole in his head from when he got hit with a very tiny singularity and somehow survived. Although he looked so dead for a while that they really thought he was. To be fair, he should have been. Ah, I got the falls. Okay. Nice. I do like that it gains hexproof during that time. Like, that is a good thing for the Lumbering Falls. That the elemental gets hexproof. Well, the bards and performers are here. The fumarole. Okay, I got two. No, three. I got at least 3 cards from Stellar Sights here. This was a good draw. Oh my gosh, this is feeling like Zendikar in space right about now. And I love it. Finally got that ballast I was looking for. Done a few events that included this, but now I finally technically have it. So, if I did see the thing do the thing, this should theoretically be Dawnsire. It is. I did see it glitch out and show me the future. Okay. So, that happened. Okay. Now that happened a bit quicker, so I didn't catch one that time, but last time it glitched away where I just saw the flash of Dawnsire. But okay. Let's see if there's any other feature. I see it stopped saying first for Banishing Light. It's just the virus beetle. Every time I see this card, I have an incredible urge to say, "Welcome to Earth." This is an interesting elemental, and it, again, getting a little bit of, the Zendikar vibe here and there, but that's good, it's good. I mean, it's just nice to see land matters type sets, and I've been getting a lot of that with, Edge of Eternities. It's been great. And yes, I have all the planets. All the planets. Okay, this guy, oh gosh. There are some combos with this thing, and it is absolutely ludicrous. Mainly that whole, you get munitions from weapons manufacturing. You start sacking stuff, and this guy goes absolutely ballistic by assisting the damage. Literally. Oh, I said munitions and we got to Mutinous Massacre. Okay, it started with the same first couple of letters. The charm. To be fair, it's been a long time since we've seen these instants considered charms thing. It's kind of old school, and I really like it. Okay. Aha! Another straight mythic rare. Sweet. That is a really, really tall vine. And that ability will make every creature you have incredibly tall while they're at it. How many... Okay, I have 3 mythic rares. Make some things a little tight. We'll see if this... Oh! forgot that I was about to achieve that. Okay. I got leader of the pack 3, the final leader of the pack. Therefore, that makes me the pack leader. Literally, it gives me that title. I've gotten so close to that weird achievement to get 5+ copies of something in one draft before. Very close with that specific. And a few others, but that specifically, I got so close. Like 4 out of 5. I just needed that one last common draw. Maybe at some point. I'm not sure. This guy, I went kind of wild with an event before and did some stuff. So even just when the land falls only +1, +0 until end of turn, yeah, you can get kind of some momentum that way. The silencers are, oh my gosh. Oh, this thing is wicked. I have really amped up the poison. This guy just self-combos so easily. Here's the lab ship. Okay, the one that makes artifacts into 2/2 flyers all of a sudden. The Goyfs are definitely coming. Scavenger grounds. Okay then. Really need to put those into certain other decks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this goes even harder than it first looks. Just you basically over time get unlimited slivers, and they all have haste and double strike, regardless of what other slivers you even have. Acolyte. This is the one I was talking about, that those munition tokens, when you get those really going on, things happen. So, lots of bang for your enchantment. Literally. Straight rare, nice. The Foundry. Kind of surprised that it took this long to get this one, actually. Again, Maisie, we're wondering if you're going to come up in a future set that goes on the edge. Kind of surprised that you're not doing that through the Omenpaths. I have absolutely nailed people with this thing. Just pumping this up. Like, not even going full thin. Just the Inkmoth Nexus. Like, that thing, I have absolutely nailed people with this thing. Several times. Note that it always labels it when specifically because of the flow sheet. Okay. I needed like 6. Well, I'm gonna get 5 this way. So whenever I get my next pack open, which will be any time, I will have that 4th mythic rare that I really need to stop. So many things. Hi, Van. I'm surprised I didn't get you until now. Nice to see you. And going in with the Scouts, Pirates, and Rogues is a pretty interesting scene you got there. Hello, Mimnon. this reminds me. I really need to put that Liliana and her. I really need to put that Liliana and her demons a deck that I've been wanting to do together. More munition. More massacre. More land. And wizards. Hello. Extra wizards. You get one extra wizard with every Lindblom. I've always loved going there in Final Fantasy IX. More slivers. More legendary sword. Okay, just more is happening here. And that whole... and this also goes extremely hardcore with Edge of Eternities because there's a lot of emphasis on charge counters. Yeah, there's ways of transferring those to this so that even if you're not life gaining, you can still build the charge counters. And this really summarizes a real-life Mockingbird. The Eldrazi are eventually back, kind of. I mean, they're also already on the edge, so they're around. I have had a lot of dragons that had way more non-combat damage related to them than this thing. So, seriously, this one just isn't as heavy a firepower as I normally expect out of a dragon. It's kind of a disappointment. I mean, the warp kind of helps out with some things, but just one damage. Eh. Have you seen Glorybringer? The bards are singing their way on board, apparently. I am definitely getting a mouse thing going on here. Okay. Things are getting very buggy all of a sudden. Yeah, that's a thing you can do when you have a boatload of mana. Ah, rats. Charming. Okay. Got one of the shock lands again here. Thanks for the observations, Maisie. This thing does some really wild stuff. So, yeah. That's an interesting observation from Rochman. I'm wondering how, for the purpose of mana value, are these treated? Because I forget what they said the rule was on it. Is it the left, the right, or both? Like, do you total that mana value between the two sides to get the mana value of the card, or do you pick one, or is it based on which one you cast first? I'm not sure. because there are things that kind of inquire as to the mana value, and I'm wondering, how does this count exactly? Ah, the Viper. Okay. This thing is wicked, and at some point I'm going to unleash this thing. And it will absolutely wreck everything. And again, counters can be massively improved, so yeah, proliferate plus this thing equals yikes. Knights of the round. Very appropriate timing for certain things. It took me a while to get this version of Cloud somehow? Okay. And I got the Chocobo to go with them. Okay. Hey, Cloud, I got your ride right over here. Alpha Rail. That ability is so ridiculous. It's just... ouch. And there are so many ways to make that basically a 100% combo. I'm trying to remember if this was the first of my Gear Hulks that I got out of the Ether Drift cycle. It may have been. Oh well. I am temporarily out of packs, and I just needed, like, one more mythic rare for what I was really wanting to do. Of course, I could just kind of... Well, I know I'm going to get, like, a lot more packs for it, so I'll get that other one soon enough. But I also have the achievement that I need to go over. Because, hey, I earned it for doing that. So I've officially become the pack leader. I have pack leader. That's a lot of packs. I'm not sure if I'd want that as my default right now. But you can kind of set them with... At least I think you can set your titles with your decks. Maybe not. I have to check that, because I know you can set your avatars, your sleeves, your companions with your deck. And I know you can even individualize which emotes you have with your deck specifically. At least I think you can on that one. I know you can do sleeves, companions, and avatars. But let's try and remember if you can actually set some of the other stuff up, because setting up a title with a deck would be kind of cool. And now MTG Arena milestones out of the category of achievements kind of involve some big things, but there's like certain things that are just going to be like this one. Like 4 copies of every card in a set. That is actually trickier to do than you might think. I may see if one of the smaller sets that's still considered independent sets I can do that with, rather than like the anthologies. Like, could you possibly pull that off a little easier with March of the Machine after the Aftermath? Because it was a smaller set, so theoretically might be able to pull it off that set. It's just like one of the smallest sets there. But it says, eligible sets include any set found on the set collection screen. See, I should have got this already if that were actually true. So I think there's some ineligible ones. Because I have, in fact, in the past, gotten some of the anthologies and bought them with in-game gold. And so yeah, I straight up earned that and just bought it, and when you do that, you get all 4 copies of everything in it all at once. And I've already got that from some before, so I'm going, why is this one not counted? I think this one is a little buggy with its description. It should be a little more specific in how it describes that, to say what does and does not count. And some of these things are like, yeah, right. But I've got a pretty good portion out of this. And to be fair, you're gonna get that one eventually. But like, you're going to get that one eventually. Like, period. It's just like pretty much just the way that things are gonna happen. Like, eventually, but still. So I might get the Sky Climber eventually, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get Magus of the Arena, like, at all, because there's one of these that's just so crazy that it's just not happening. At least I don't think so. Just getting Mythic and Limited is just insane. Because that may require a lot more spending specifically towards Limited to ever pull off. Showing there's like so much luck involved, even compared to normal. So it really massively need good luck for that. Being constructed. Oh yeah. That's like well known to be able to pull that off a few different ways. There's some decks that really just kind of pop off and can get you that way. I think it was like as of a certain time, like they didn't have like records of some of the stuff you did previously, and that may be partially why that one's bugged. Is it's not looking back at such you've already done that with, and that you have to kind of do it again. Because I have had Diamond rank before in Constructed. I haven't really emphasized doing much ranked for a while, but I have done it before. Mythic, I don't think I've actually gotten up to that yet, because I just don't have the extra time to pull that off. It would just take way too much oomph out of me to do that. I probably could, I just have never been able to have that much time. So some of this I know my time constraints are going to be against me for. Although now I'm extra curious about something here on formats while I'm thinking about it. Okay, yeah, I'm a little over halfway to the next rank of a historic mage. So I'm getting there. Some of these I haven't done very much of recently. And of course, Fingers a Week is kind of a little time dependent because you gotta wait for it to show up. Now, meanwhile, let me do my classic look over for what do I have left on some of these things here before I halt for this particular run. If it lets me scroll in, I mean not scroll in, but time in. Okay, can you let me? Okay, I need to use a little bit of the thingy as usual. Okay, so let's see on the specific thing. Age of Eternities, how close did I get after doing that? There's a mythic rare that I didn't get. I could snipe a lot of uncommons and commons if they come around. Oh wait, it's actually just this. Oh, wow. Okay, how many rares do I have? You know, I might change my mind as to what I'm actually kind of doing with some of that, because I can actually just finish off the set right here. Yeah, that's the scrolling sound that says that I can't scroll. It is exactly this one page of stuff left. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a quick throwdown with that. And see if I can just finish it off real quick, because I have a ton of wild cards from opening all that. check. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I have plenty of rares. I can just finish these up. All the robots I've gotten, and somehow this one didn't pop up before. Oh, that whole time. Okay. Just to finish it off. And now I have none that I have collected of that. That Stellar Sights was actually a pretty big bonus sheet. See, there's a lot here that I haven't... Yeah, well, sort of. Actually, like a page plus 3. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, I can take that out over time. It'll be a while. Well, let's see which of these requires rare. Okay, I'm gonna take you. The needle flyers was a tad overdue from an earlier thing. I'm not gonna give up that. Got another thing I'm going to show whenever I do that off. At least one of them. May need a bit more of those rares for other things for a while. So, did I get these gets down to this? Yeah, okay. Now this is slightly less than 1 page. So, that's good. Okay. Now, let's check this out for something here. And show an example of something here. See, this is part of the upcoming Arena Anthology, and you can craft it right now. They've specifically said, yeah, you can totally do that. And Batterskull is a classic little war machine. I mean, this thing rocks, and I'm going to go ahead and take that right now, actually, because I have plans for this. I'm going to have to reconvene on a bit of Mythic Rares for something else I've got an idea on for later, but I can deal with that a bit more over time. But I really needed to get that way. As for how I was finding that originally, well... I was just searching through, because I knew that there'd be like things in the category from, you see, these are the upcoming, through the Omenpaths card. You can't actually do anything with them right now, but you can look at them and kind of plan ahead. And So you can kind of see that some of them have kind of popped up this way. Also, some of the ones from the, you can see how there was ones from the Arena Anthology set as well that are also here. Including the jet that was lost and apparently found somehow in Thunder Junction. That was a thing that happened. Yeah, we're pretty sure you're the same exact jet. And this one, oh, I'm gonna do some things with that. So, in Physic, you are going to be an absolute star on Arena because you are basically just a upgraded version of Steel Steel Overseer, and we're gonna love you for it. I just know it. We really are. But yeah, so now I have my big honkin' living weapon, the batter skull, which is going to be awesome. But I've already gotten take care of some of that. I've gotten one of the sets finished off. I didn't know if I was going to pull that off or not. But apparently, yeah, I was able to finish off the main set for Edge of Eternities. And so it kind of shows that sometimes whenever you just kind of lean into that bonus set of packs, that can be just enough to shove you over and collect at least one of everything in the set. I'm not saying you're going to get that whole crazy achievement that I was showing off that would require 4, but at least it's just the progress. Anyhow, this has been Good Trooper, also known as the original card game for the win. So, I'll be signing off. Bye, everybody. I'll catch you all later, and remember, MTG forever.